Welcome back to another episode of ARK Survival Evolved on the Fjordur map. I'm gonna be honest with you, today, not feeling so hot. I've been really sick this last week, but I cannot lay. Is that Alvaraptor? It is. One sec. Let me take care of this. Now that that's taken care of, I've literally been laying in bed for a week with the worst head cold, and I simply cannot do it anymore. So excuse my voice if I sound funny or make any gross sounds, but I just sucking it up, and all I want to do is play some ARK. For the last couple weeks, I've been building this beach house right over here, and once I finished, it came out so much better than our shabby shack. Even though I built it with just the intention of keeping water tames here, that I think we just need to move in. So it's got this dock that goes out the back, which, I kind of stopped building it because I needed a break. But eventually we can expand it out. And yeah. So I also have this crafting area over here with storage, and got a crafting table and a fabricator. Oh, I forgot to make the S+ table. I'm gonna have to build that. And some beds and some chests. I got this little cozy area, more chests. I also have some mortar and pestles on this table with a campfire. And I really kind of like the way it turned out. I was going for a Viking, Nordic inspired fishing hut, and I think it turned out pretty well. I'm not the best builder, but I made do with what I could. And I wanted it to feel like it was outside, like there's definitely a sea breeze in the air, but it's still inside. We got a stable structure. Why is this campfire sunken under the ground? I don't know. But today I actually got on to make veggie cakes, because who doesn't want a nice treat when they're not feeling so hot? So let's see what we need. I have the S+ cooking pot, and it'll tell me exactly what I need in order to make them. So we need fiber, honey, a bunch of crops, and sap. Oh, stimulant. I don't have any stimulant. We're going to have to craft some of that up in the mortar and pestle. But so we have none of the ingredients, which is unfortunate for me. So that's going to make this a little bit harder. But with the veggie cakes, we could feed them to tame ovis. And we could definitely use the ovis with upgrading our meat source. You could slaughter the ovis to get raw mutton, and that's the best top of the line meat that we can have. I also hear that the ovis is really great for taming up the hawks, and you guys know I really want a hawk. So why not just make some veggie cakes, see if we can tame up some ovis, and work from there. Quickly, I did bring along some stim berries and spark powder. I think that's all we need for stimulant. Yes, get some of those crafting up. Oh, the sap. I'm sure there's some place on the map where we could get sap. What else did I need? Let's see. Bee honey. We know we can get bee honey because we got some to tame the Andrews. I think there's villages. In fact, I know there's villages. I've seen villages on the map when I'm flying around, but I do believe we went to one off camera that had crops in it, so we're just gonna swipe some of those crops in the middle of the night from those people. They won't ever know the difference, and then we'll see if we can make them. I'm sure there's some place where we could harvest sap from something or other, but I don't know where any of that is at this moment in time, so we're gonna go the route of sticking a tap in a tree. I know there's redwood trees right in that direction, so we just need to craft a platform and a sap tap and then be on our way to the honey. Alright, so I'm crafting up the tree platform. It was pretty expensive, but I've been crafting cementing paste in my leisure time. All I had to do was grab some wood. I just harvested it with a hatchet and dropped it from my inventory, and then used this button, whatever you want to call it, the little cloud. I think it's part of the S+ mod, to bring it all back into this crafting table and make it up. So I'm just going to grab those, and if I have a second, I'll just swing by the redwoods and plop them up into the tree. Something close, most likely. But I feel like I sound so congested and nasally, so I'm sorry for the nasty noises I might make. Probably should have just waited longer. What was that? I heard a noise. I should have waited longer until I was feeling like 100% better, but you know, what do I got to lose? We're gonna fly over to the part of the map where I knew the honey is, which is about, where was it? Let's see. I don't really remember. So forget that I tried to show you the map. I know how to get there through the terrain, so I'll bring the map back up once I get there. But I'm gonna go stick the platform in this tree real quick, and then I'll cut back in when we're by the honey. What the hell is this place? How have I been so close to this cave and I didn't know this existed until like just the second when I planted a platform down? Could have lived here. This place is cool. Anyways, time to put the sap on the tree. Get distracted. I also minorly feel like I'm gonna throw up, but I think that's just because I'm anxious. I don't have my crutch here today. So once you get to the part of the map that has a giant crater in the earth, actually it's probably not the earth in terms of its soil and rock, with the structure that may or may not be Helm's Deep from Lord of the Rings, I'm not 100% sure. You're gonna come over here to this big grassy area on the mountain, and I know that somewhere around here is where we've been getting the honey, like this right here. So assuming those raptors won't come eat my face, I'm just gonna harvest some of this honey up, probably all of it, and then show you where the little village is, and we're gonna steal the crops like thieves in the night. Oh god! Kill the raptors! I'm so glad they don't pounce anymore. That was the worst time, but that created a type of PTSD you'll never get rid of. So once you fly up into the sky from where the honey's at, right on the other side of one of these waterfalls is this little village that we came across. There it is. It's really close to the honey, so if you ever need to stop and get some for taming your Andrewsarchuses, or you're making veggie cakes yourself, you could come over to this crop field and steal some vegetables. Also, if you weren't aware that these chests also have loot in them, not that one, or that one, maybe it has to be a pick. There's these little chests outside the cabins that used to give loot. Oh, I know why I'm not getting any loot. I have my inventories full. I guess we could drop some of this honey. We don't need all of it, because I'm definitely going to need some crops. I don't need one single piece of stuff, spoiled meat, stone. I'll get rid of all that. Anyways, if you were to hit one of these and your inventory is not full, you'd get some resources, some metal tools that could be really valuable early game. That's how I believe I got my pike. Let's see, we could drop the hatchet, drop the pick, drop the pike. We don't really need that. We do need a bunch of vegetables. I don't remember exactly if we needed all the kinds of vegetables, but we definitely needed some of them. So I'm just going to grab some of each. We got potatoes and lemons and carrots. Just grab as much as I can so I don't have to come back. So I know there's a couple of villages like this throughout the whole map, but this is the only one I've found so far that has all the types of crops there, so it can be really beneficial for people to play. I'm just going to fly back home to our new water house, our new boat shack. Gotta find a good name for it. The beach house, summer shack. What is that tree doing? There's like trees coming out from under the ground. Is it supposed to be a root system? It's pretty cool. Actually, I didn't even show you guys where on the map that was. I completely forgot. So let me fly back and pull up my map. That way anybody who wants to come here could also come. What's that over there? Is that the same thing? Something different. Looks like a different tiny little shack. Is this a cave? I can't handle another cave after the last one. It was so disappointing. Or is it just metal? Looks like it's just metal. Or right. I would have given you horrible directions. Back at the base, I would have said like 75, 50. That would have been way too far. Good thing I waited to say anything until I was here. This waterfall's so beautiful. Anyways, I don't know if you could tell. You probably can, but I am super nervous. I have a tendency to get in my own head about things, and you really shouldn't. I know everybody gets nervous, especially if they're starting to make YouTube videos. It just feels so unnatural talking to yourself all the time. But if you're in your house, in the kitchen, cleaning the floors, there's nothing stopping you from screaming at yourself, talking to yourself, singing to yourself. It becomes normal until you're doing it for a purpose, and then all of a sudden, you're just a weirdo. And normally people get more anxious, especially with social anxiety, because they're talking to people, they're dealing with people, they're in a social situation, which makes no sense when you're recording a video, because you're literally talking to yourself. You shouldn't feel any more anxious about it, but that's a Giga. What level are you, Mr. Giga? Level 20 ARK Giganotosaurus. You're really close to base. Oh, cool, you got stripes. I wish we could tame that. One day. But not today. Anyways, that was my rant about anxiety and YouTube and it not making any sense. But you know, the brain doesn't really make sense. But you just gotta take what it gives you. I almost thought this was a unicorn for a second. So now that we're back at base, in order to make the veggie cake or any recipe, you're gonna need a cooking pot. You don't need an S+ cooking pot to make this at all. It just makes it a little easier. It shows you the recipes. If you had a regular vanilla cooking pot, you just stick all of your ingredients in, plus some water, like usually a sack of water, long grass. Oh, I need stimulant. Good thing we made some earlier. Get some of this honey in there. Oh, we need some fiber and water. So let me make some water skins. Water skin. I don't know if there's an S+ water skin or not. We need fiber and hide. I got a sickle that I got from a drop, I do believe. Let me go run over here to a bush. Hey, Mr. Turtle, you garden this bush. I'm gonna steal some of your fiber from your bush, Mr. Turtle. My god, this thing gets so much. I know I have boosted rates a little bit for harvesting, because who's got an hour to sit here and harvest fiber from a bush, but damn, I didn't know it was that much. Caleb, I sure hope you have some hide on you. You do. Let's make a water skin. Make a couple. We'll do 4. Walk back to my back patio over here in this little boardwalk. I built some stairs so that we're right on the water level. Now I will fill up my water skins. Should be down here. Fill her up. Fill her up. Fill her up. So come to the fire, the cooking pot. We'll put our fiber in. Can make soap. I've never made soap. I think it's to remove dyes. Once you dye your leather, your armor, I think you could stain structures, make them colorful. Activate. Autocraft, accept dyes. Auto-crafting disabled. I guess we want auto-craft. Anywho, you gotta start the fire, and I don't have any wood or thatch on me, it doesn't look like, so I need to go out to a tree. Get some thatch or wood, something that burns. Run back as fast as my little feet can take me to my cooking pot. Transfer some of, oh, we might have had some thatch. No, I dropped it because we had too much inventory. I remember. Silly me. And over the course of a few seconds, we might see it if we look. No. Oh, the stimulant! We forgot the stimulant. Made 60. Stimulant into the cooking pot. Come on, give me a cake. Give me a veggie cake, please. Faster, faster. Oh, we can see it crafting. The perks of S+. We might only have enough for 2 veggie cakes. Yeah, we ran out of the sap. It's 4 sap for every 1 veggie cake, so I'll hold on to those, put them in the preserving bin back at the shabby shack, because I don't have one here yet, so I'll add that to the list. I also need to make the full move over here, get all of our creatures over here, and all of our resources. Well, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. Bye!